Definitely add that to mine as well. All right, here we have a short article review with Dazzlecat's Golem Craft. Let me go ahead and start the timer for those who are sprinting. There we go. Okay, Golem Craft. Beautiful golem there. Daryl and his older brother Hirvu are two down on their luck explorers, always willing to take risks in hopes of finding that one lucky strike. This time their luck not only turned bad, it came up aces and eights. The dead man's roll. Okay. I will admit I don't know what the phrase aces and eights is. I don't bet. I don't play a lot of poker. I'll just assume it's bad. I mean, dead man's roll can't be good. Hey, Hirvu, I guess Daryl called out to his companion, "Look at the statue. It's got joints that might work if they're still greased. Must be a fancy statue. You can pose," Hiru replied as he moseyed over and looked at the tall statue. He squinted up at the head, then blinked as if he realized something glittered back the light of their lanterns, despite the dust. "Think it's got a jewel up there on its forehead." He set down his lantern. "Get up on my shoulders and pry it off." "Me?" Daryl squeaked. "You know I hate heights." "You're a scrawny pole, Daryl. You can't hold me. Sides, it ain't that high," Hirvu argued about. "Now quit your whining and climb." Squeaking under his breath, Daryl shakily climbed up onto Hirvu's shoulders and cleaned the dirt away from the lump on the statue's forehead. Sure enough, it was some sort of red jewel. With his dagger, he began to pry out the settings. The setting which was still holding the jewel firmly in paste after what had to be ages. Frustrated, he struck the gem with the pommel of his dagger. Light flared within the gem, and a hum rumbled from within the statue. A leg kicked out, knocking Hiram back against the far wall. Daryl tried to hang on, but a metal arm slapped him aside into another wall. Then it began to walk. "Run!" Daryl screamed as he staggered to his feet. "It's alive!" Cool. I do like that little bit of fiction in there, introducing it. That's fun. Golem craft was a magical study art over 5,000 years ago during the Herokentorm Empire. The Herokentorm were the largest giants who also knew all forms of magic. They ruled their empire, which spanned the world from their mountaintop citadels. Later, lesser giant kin were assigned as governors who ruled over their dominions from cloud cities. These domains covered regions of lesser giants. Elves, dwarves, and other small races were seen as nothing more than fodder and playthings for all giantkin, and barely survived in a few places giantkin could not comfortably traverse. Rivalries between governors often led to raids and warfare. Regions were weakened by conflict many times, then ignited in rebellion from the lesser giant folks. Some of the Hrokenstorm, those not privileged enough to rule, turned to finding other ways to attain prestige within their empire. Their greatest way was the crafting of golems. Golems were mechanical servants, at first capable only of doing simple tasks. As these Storm honed their craft, they created golems capable of carrying out more complex orders. This was achieved by taking the soul of a living person and trapping it within an enchanted gem. This gem was then forced to the trapped soul to comply with whatever orders it could comprehend. Interesting. So that's what the big red jewel up there is for. Very good very good world building here. It adds a bit of a tormented soul vibe to these golems. Kind of. Could a person achieve a semblance of immortality if their soul was trapped within inside a golem? Meaning, you know how there's these crazy scientists or these who want to upload their consciousness into the internet so that they can live forever. Is that possible? What is the condition of the trapped soul? Are they fully conscious? Do they have free will? Or are they just now a tormented half existence within these gems? Would someone who fears death a la Voldemort, would they be willing to put their souls into a gem like this to be able to have a semblance of immortality? Just curious to know at the extent and how pleasant or unpleasant it is to be in the gem. And that could be something you could expound upon. Is it a bad experience to be inside the gem? Don't know. Downfall. It was the use of souls that led to the eventual end of golem craft and the Hrokentorm. The souls empowered golems because souls empowered golems became soul empowered golems. Okay, you need a dash in there because you have a compound adjective. The soul empowered golems became all the rage among the Hrokentorm. No, not no. Yeah. Okay, the rage against her became all the rage against the Hrokentorm and harvesting the vermin races. Any race not of giant kind reached terrible heights to meet that demand, as the numbers of souls going to the Godsheim. Sorry. As the number of souls going to Godsheim slowed, the gods became concerned. Souls were, after all, key to their own powers. Back down on Pangorio, battles and warfare changed into massive destruction beyond the battlefield. Whole cities could be reduced to rubble, with civilian as dead as the fighters. Entire races, vermin and giants, began to be exterminated. The word began to be, you could tighten that up. They, I forget what tense it is, but usually that phrase is omitted. So that's a thought there. Mm-hmm. It was okay. Examine. Okay. It was then the god. It was then the gods left Godsheim and fell upon the Hrokentorm. Goblins were shredded, the souls trapped the soul trapping gems undone, wresting the souls to God's Heim. That was not enough for the gods to ensure the Hurricane Storm would never, ever make such a thing again. They turned every Hurricane Storm in a giant averaging 18 feet tall into a 2-foot small creature dedicated to peaceful coexistence with other races. The new race that they named Brownie, a near Fey mortal race, and other giant races had every member of the golems erased, and they thought of crafting anything of magic that was not something they could use or wear, was so abhorrent as to be painful. All written knowledge of the golem crafted was destroyed or taken and later placed within the vaults. Sorry, I'm just really struggling this morning. Sorry. Yeah, good article. Good article. I like it. Didn't have much problems with it. But yeah, good world building. All right.